It's another Friday night, which means that it's
date night.
And we're glad that you're coming along.
So it's after Valentine's Day, but this is our Valentine's date. We don't like crowds, we don't like to fight with people, and we want to make sure that our babysitter's available. So we typically don't go on the 14th. We do sometimes. 2 years ago, we had celebrated Valentine's Day, funny story, in end of March, I think is when it was.
Way
it was really
late.
ridiculously late. So we're a little more dressed up tonight. We're a little more fancy.
Yep.
Celebrating Valentine's Day.
We figured we would pick up where we left off last week with the continuing saga of how Mike and Mel met and began dating. If you didn't see last week's video, hit the card in the upper right corner and you can go watch that video before you proceed with this video. We told the story of how we met at church, of how Melanie gave me her phone number. Got me on the church prayer chain, that's right. And then how we got to our first date. So that first date, what more could we say about it? We walked for many hours.
We stopped at a dock, and me, being the blunt person I am, had told him that I was not going to change my dreams for any man.
Boom! That is a verbatim quote. She said, no man is worth me changing my dreams or sacrificing my dreams. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Cool. Nice to meet you. Last week I shared how the way she dressed was clearly a communication to me that she was not interested. Well, if I didn't get it by the way she dressed, I certainly knew when she told me no man is worth me changing my dreams. No man's worth sacrificing your dreams. Then I definitely caught it. She was not looking for anything. It's so funny how though she wasn't looking for anything, how quickly things shifted into a different gear. Not a high gear, not the 6th gear, not 80 miles an hour, but certainly things went from first gear to a solid 2nd gear, because that date ended. I took her home. We had kept in contact. The following week, we decided to go out again. I didn't know what to plan. What do you plan to do with a girl who seems uninterested, yet she's willing to go out with you again? I think we landed on going to dinner together. And me having witnessed this girl who says, no man is worth me sacrificing my dreams, and she goes to the first date just in jeans and a long sleeve t-shirt and just sneakers. I, going into the second date, decided, well, I need to dress down a little bit. I'm not going to go into this second date and dress nicely and all this just to be kind of uneven with her. And so I wore shorts on the second date, which I wouldn't usually do on a date. Did you drive me? Did you drive or did I drive?
I drove because I knew where we were going.
That's right. So
I had made the reservation, and knowing me back then, no one was going to pay for me until I felt comfortable with him. So I decided that we were going to go on to dinner.
And she was going to pay.
And I was going to pay. So we went. Mike dressed down in shorts.
And she dressed up. All of a sudden, she dresses up.
A black top and pants. And black pants. That's what I dressed up as.
You were done up, though. Your hair was done up. Yes, it was. I was like, what happened to the girl on the first date? So she drove. She picked me up because she knew where we were going, because she planned to pay. We get there, and I very quickly realized that though it's not a super swanky place, I'm a notch under where you should be. Noticeably underdressed. And I wasn't embarrassed or anything, but it just hit me that from the first date to then, I think I had retooled my thinking to think, well, if she's not going to dress up on dates, why should I? And then, of course, she dressed up, I dressed down, and all of a sudden, I'm the one who was underdressed. I do remember at dinner, I think I did make a comment about, why didn't you tell me I should dress up or something? And she just thought I should know. Girls sending mixed signals left and right all over the place, and I'm like, okay, whatever, that's fine. So after dinner, we don't know what to do because that's all we planned was dinner.
Yeah, just dinner.
And she said, well, I figured out what we were going to do for dinner. You figure out what we're going to do after dinner. And I said, well, you made me underdress for dinner. I'm going to make you overdress for a sport. And I took her putt-putt. I paid for putt-putt golf. And so I'm out there, and now all of a sudden I look like the one appropriately dressed, and she looks like a little too overly dressed. Actually, I do remember what you were wearing. You were wearing that black and red shirt. I remember it, with jeans. You were wearing jeans and then some kind of boots.
Because I love boots.
I still remember that, yeah. Funny thing is that on that second date, we both found out just how competitive we are. We were both highly, highly competitive people. We both got the same score, 55. And we looked at the card, and neither of us probably wanted to show that upset us. But in hindsight, we both found out that we were both like, oh man, I really wanted to beat her. Oh man, I really wanted to beat him. And it's just amazing that on our first date, we tied at something that we were both dying to win at.
Sometime after our second date, I invited Mike over to hang out. And it wasn't really a big deal to me because he already knew my parents from church.
Yeah,
so it's not like you're meeting my folks. It's just hanging out before I leave.
Surprise! It's nighttime. We kind of just took a pause from talking and just went and got some food. So it's about 2 hours later from where you literally just saw, but we're continuing the story. We had a fun second date filled with competition. Then Melanie invited me over to her house. She wanted to spend time with me in between dates, so she invited me over, but I had already met her parents.
So it's not like it was a big meet the parent thing.
Her brother was there too, and we were just watching TV and stuff. We found ourselves talking about what we should do on our third date. We didn't have any ideas. You know, we'd done the dinner and putt-putt thing. We were flipping through the TV guide to figure out what to watch on TV together, and we saw that Ocean's 11 was on TV. And I said to her, hey, Ocean's 12 is coming out in theaters. What if we watch Ocean's 11 right now on TV, and then on our date we'll go see Ocean's 12? And that's what we did. So on the third date, we went to, where did we go for dinner? Outback Steakhouse, and then to a movie. That awkward date that people typically go on where they go to dinner and a movie and they don't talk much. That was our third date. We'd gotten so much talking out of the way that we were able to be
more relaxed.
Very yeah, exactly. Very relaxed and comfortable. Go to dinner and talk, and then sit through a movie and not feel like it was awkward at all, or you're sitting with a stranger. And then she went off to college. So this is where we're going to pause in the story. We want to give you a little bit of the story each week. So that's the story of how you get from one date that doesn't seem like it'll even have future dates to many dates and spending time together, talking on the phone and texting. Of course, our texting back then was with the dial pad, so texting was very complicated. So now we're looking for something to do after dinner. We had a great dinner. We don't even know what to go do now.
No.
We didn't really make plans. We're kind of just winging it. We're driving around Disney property just looking for something to do. So we'll see what happens next. We actually decided that we would go home. Random, right? Why would we do that? Well, we are about to hit 10,000 subscribers. We're at 8,500 right now, and within a matter of just days, not even a week, we're gonna have to go on a trip. And we need to plan. And we're both excited to do that and figure out where we're gonna go and what we're gonna do. We said, we could go walk around at Disney Springs, we could go to a movie, we could go into the parks, or we could go home and plan a trip. And that sounded pretty fun to us. So we're gonna go home and get on Airbnb or some travel site and see what we can find, look at the options, and we'll let you know the moment we know what we're gonna do. So we're home from our date, the kids are in bed, and we jumped on the computer. We have it here in front of us as we're recording this, and we are looking at options. When we got home, we looked and we have 8,558 viewers. Not only that, but look at this, we're up to 800,000 views total.
Wow.
We're almost to 1 million total views on our channel. That is a milestone in itself. So we know we made a promise to you. We have the milestone, the subscriber milestone trip, I guess we're gonna call it. I don't know, maybe we need a better name than that, but every time we hit the milestone of 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, 80, 160, 320, 640, and 1 million, we're gonna take trips. So our first milestone trip is in Florida. We have always said that we've lived here most of our lives, and yet there's so much of Florida we haven't seen, and we need to do that. So we're gonna take advantage of this opportunity, and we're looking at a lot of different options. In fact, there are so many different
Follow
options.
everything.
I know, every direction. We're having trouble making a decision. Cool thing is, there's more Milestone trips, so we can, as we come up with these good ideas, we can save them, keep them in the back of our mind. So we're gonna look at some windows we have open. Ooh, that's pretty. So this is the one that I told you about with the indoor thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool
That
for the
is cool.
kids. Kids would have a blast. Some of these are so nice. They're way nicer than I expected. Wouldn't you like to know what some of these is? See, that's what I think Katie would really get a kick out of. That would be totally new for her, I think. Sometimes it really pays for us as a large family to go somewhere that has a washer dryer, because it just cuts down the amount of clothing we need to take with us. This will only be a weekend trip. It'll only be a couple of nights. That's really nice. Look at that. Whoa, that's pretty. The kids would flip. Oh, I can't wait to show you guys. If this is the one we go to, this is nice. I think we found it. I think this is the one. Amenities, there's an elevator, Wi-Fi, kitchen, free parking, suitable for events, laptop-friendly workspace, hot tub, gym. Good, I'm glad there's a gym. Hey, you know what a gym is? Cable TV, iron, dryer, TV, pool, hangers, washer, hair dryer, air conditioning, essentials, heating. Well, there's heating and air conditioning. That's good. Smoke detectors, thank God. I'm feeling like we found it. I want to book it before it goes away.
And what if we don't get to 10,000 subscribers?
Oh, we will. We're gonna do this. You're gonna do this. You can do this. We have so many people sharing our channel. We're so thankful. We have people every day saying, I told all my coworkers, doing it. I'm doing it. Doing it. Click, request to book. Well, I mean, I still have to read some stuff. Not suitable for pets, no parties, check-in is after 4, no smoking. Agree and continue. Agree. Okay, we contacted our potential host for next weekend. We've got a potential plan. I'm kind of excited. I like the place. Can't wait to show you some photos of where we're headed. Man, I can't wait to hit 10,000 subscribers. I can't even begin. I can't even begin to talk. I'm having trouble, guys. Sometimes it just doesn't flow. 3 months ago, when we started to talk about needing to daily vlog again, we were doing so because we realized we would want to remember our trip to India, and we also wanted to share it with our friends and family who'd be back home watching. We had zero anticipation that hundreds of thousands of people around the world would care to watch too. We're blown away. So the 10,000 marker says so much about what God has done to bring all of you to our channel, because even if you don't believe in a God, we do, and we believe he brought you to us to share in this journey and watch us and grow with us and share these memories with us. So being able to go away next weekend and bring you along for the trip, it means a lot to us. It really does. It's not just another excuse to get out of town and travel, which you know we love to do, but it's a way to celebrate with all of you what God has done to bring Katie into our family, and what he has done just to give us a platform to be able to share our amazing adoption story and encourage others to adopt. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed this brief video tonight, another Just the Two, getting to hear another piece of the story of how we came to meet each other and begin dating, and a little glimpse into our preparation for our 10,000 subscriber milestone trip. We will see you tomorrow. Please like this video, give a comment, share this video, share our channel.
Take a guess where we're going.
Write in the comments where you think we're gonna go. I mean, who knows? Maybe you'll come up with a better idea than us. Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Bye.
Announcing the new Two in a Zoo gift shop. We heard your request, and now we have merch available for purchase. Check out the link in the description and be sure to grab your favorite Two in a Zoo merchandise today. When you receive your item, we'd love to see you wearing it, using it, drinking out of it, or just enjoying it. So be sure to send us a picture of you and your favorite items to Mike and Mel at twoinazoo.com. Thanks for the support and happy shopping.